All right, Ian.
Yes.
Mobile games are huge right now.
They are.
We talked about Apple Arcade a week ago. Having fun with that.
Yeah.
You know, Frogger, good game.
I'm still screwing around with stuff. I found one called What the Golf. That's pretty fun.
What the Golf?
What the Golf. Yep. That one's pretty good too.
So I downloaded Mario Kart Tour, Ian.
Yep.
You've been having fun with it.
Well, fun. Fun is a
relative term.
So I downloaded. So
right
I had Mario Kart Tour on the pre-download, and it downloaded, and I just kept looking at it for a couple of days, and I was like, I'm never gonna play this. It's not gonna be any good. I don't care. And then 2-3 nights ago, I was sitting around, and I was like, you know, I should probably just see what this is like. I was like, we're gonna want to talk about it on the podcast, so I fire it up, and I'm playing it, and I'll say one thing about the game. Before I get into all the other shit, I think the core game is pretty decent, to be honest with you.
It's a good translation of Mario Kart onto a phone.
It's a
one finger control.
It's a Mario Kart game that I can play with one hand. I can hold the phone in one hand and play the entire game.
Wipe your butt with the other hand.
I can play it well. It gives me a little bit of a. It scratches the itch for.
Lawn care outside.
Lawn care. Scratches my itch for lawn care. No, it scratches the itch to play something like Mario Kart, and I think it's done well.
Yeah, so the cart always goes forward, and then you're controlling the jumps by tapping. So you still get those same sort of bonus jumps like you do in the Mario Kart.
You don't actually have to do it.
You don't have to do it?
No, it just does it.
It does it for you?
Yeah.
I was hitting my thumb on it each time. I'm breaking my phone doing that. Really?
It just does it.
You get the auto bonus for doing the jumps off the ramps?
Yep.
I feel less skilled now. Ian, you should have told me that. So you hit the back button or front button to throw items forward or backwards.
Basically, swipe up or swipe back.
Yeah, and then you can turn left or right, or you can put it on regular steering or drift mode, where you don't turn anymore. You just do the drift, which you can still turn. It just makes it more difficult, but then you get the drift turbo boost.
Right, and it works pretty well.
Works pretty well.
I do a lot of the drifting in Mario Kart on console, so
Sure.
I felt like I could get a hang of the drifting on the iOS version, and it's not hard to pick up. The problem is, this game is absolutely packed to the gills with ways that it's trying to get money out of you. You can earn stuff, but like you can earn stuff like coins, rubies. These are like the two main currencies. Rubies are used to fire off the pipe, which is essentially the gacha machine that you would see in a lot of other similar games of the type, and you get your not exactly random prize. It can be a new cart, it can be a new racer, or you can use coins that you do earn in races at a very slow drip to go into the shop that changes, I believe, daily.
Coins purchase things directly that you can earn.
Right. Well, coins purchase things directly that you can get randomly out of the gacha machine.
Okay, but the coins you earn in the races.
Yes.
For coming in first or second or whatever, and for doing like tricks or whatever, and hitting enemies with your items, you earn coins as you go.
Right. Exactly.
So that's where you don't have to pay. Then you got to grind a way to get the coins.
The rubies, on the other hand, you can pay, and they will give them to you in small amounts during, for level ups.
You can earn them as well. So right now, I played the first two courses. I earned 20 of them, a little more than 20. I think I did 2 gacha things. Rubies.
Oh, they start you off with 10.
Okay, so then I probably earned about 15 because I think I've done the machine twice. Once it's like, hey, try it out, kid. And I tried it. It almost forced me to try it.
It forces you
to do 5 to get into it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, this is how you get into gambling.
So the way the game works from there is there's really no real difference between the characters and the carts from what I can tell. With the characters, at least, it's the difference between, I believe, their special weapons that they each get.
So I started off with Toadette. They gave me Toadette as my first random racer.
They give you Toadette, I think, from the start, and then my random racer, I got Peach right out of the gate.
I got Bowser,
which made me happy.
I earned Bowser or got Bowser.
When you start a race, though, different racers, different gliders, and different carts all will, like, per track, certain racers, karts, and gliders are better for certain tracks. So that's where they get you, because otherwise, as soon as you get a character that you like, you'd probably be less inclined to keep firing off that cannon. But they actively made the game so that they want you to, constantly be swapping out characters so that you get a bigger advantage in races. Like if you have a racer that is particularly useful for the course that you're going to be on, when you get an item box, you'll get 3 items instead of 1 item.
So it's no longer
or 2 items.
You have your favorite racer and you should be good as long as you maybe switch out your loadout on your. Now it's like you got to switch your racer.
Right.
And that gets you to purchase and to.
Exactly.
More coins. That's
you're the supposed,
and you level up each individual racer too.
Right. And then you can get doubles of racers and use those to level up the racer. So it quickly becomes this acquire game. It makes the game look ugly with all of the advertisements for get this New York pack and this, that, and the next thing. So.
And it's the price of these things. Let me just talk about that.
Oh yeah, the currency is gross.
So the Rubies pack, 3 for $2. That gets you what, a launch out of the.
It doesn't. A launch is 5.
Okay, so that doesn't even get. Why do they offer 3? I guess 10 is $6. That gives you 2 launches. If you want to go up to like 93 is $50. So that would give you what was that Pat math, like 93, like 30, 31. Not even 93 divided by 5 is like 16. 16 fucking launches. The good news is that they give you the odds of getting this crap. That's listed directly.
Yeah.
The odds of getting that crap.
And a lot of it's low.
Oh, yeah, they're below a percentage, a lot of them. They're like 0.3%, some of them. But they also have stuff like the Gold Pass, which is $5 a month subscription. So what that gets you is you get more badges from gold challenges. You get gold gifts by racing in tours. You unlock the 200cc race. I didn't know you can't earn that by yourself. I just earned the 100 one. I think I just earned 150.
I can't imagine 200cc being any fun on this. Just to throw that out there.
Because it's hard with one figure to go as is.
Yeah.
To stay on the track and everything with the drifting. So that's $5 a month to get a CC track and the opportunity to earn more crap. And then, like you said before, you mentioned there's a special offer for $20 where that gets me 45 rubies. You get the Mario Racer, and you get a 5-star tickets. What the hell's a star ticket? A star ticket can be exchanged for grand stars. Well, what's a grand star now? I don't know what that is.
I believe those are the stars that you unlock by doing good in the courses to keep yourself moving through the circuits.
So in order to keep playing, you have to get that?
No, like you unlock stars by beating courses with a certain score. You need a certain number of unlocked stars to unlock the next course.
Gotcha. I mean, you can earn them as you win the races, but this will get you further. So
I believe, yes.
I'm already getting confused. There's too many different things going on. There's like 4 different types of currency. You can buy 8 different things. I'm really not surprised it went this direction. Because obviously Super Mario Run did poorly because it wasn't free to play, but it was $10. Which I thought was well worth it, but in the iOS
that's what I would rather do.
In the iOS environment, people aren't used to that. I got a lot of play. I completed the entirety, all the black coins. I love Super Mario Run. I thought that was worth $10.
Super Mario Run's a great game.
This is the opposite extreme, though.
The way that it's put together. And I must stress again, I like the actual gameplay. I think it was fun to sit on the couch and literally watch TV while also kind of playing, and like it was fun. But this really saps all the joy out of a game that is normally incredibly happy. And they went from Mario Run to Fire Emblem and the Animal Crossing one, and then to
Dr. Mario.
And with each one, their games went from something that was kind of polished to introducing some mechanics to now they look like the free-to-play shit that's everywhere. And it's a bummer. And then on top of all that, the game comes out the week after
Apple Arcade,
which is $5 a month. $5 a month on Mario Kart Tour doesn't unlock the game. it just lets you get maybe a couple extra rubies when you get to the present box. Like, so when you play the tours, as you go along the tours, which are, you know, the 4-track races, every once in a while you'll unlock you'll reach a present box, and the present box will toss you a couple rupees and some rubies and some gold. Well, if you have the gold pass, it'll give you a couple more rubies and a little bit more gold. It's
the worst of what people don't like about mobile games.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at it now. There's the items that you can buy with coins that you earn are timed. So I'm going to grind to get coins, or maybe
expensive.
Or I can spend the extra money to get coins easier. And then they have like I have 11 hours left to fire the gotcha fucking pipe thing and hopefully get Pauline. Hopefully, that's 11 hours left.
Yeah. I believe if you fire off the 45 rubies, like if you
definitely
do the 10,
get it,
you definitely get it. But still.
That's like spending $20 at the Jersey Shore wheel to make sure you get the item instead of maybe by chance giving up $5 on the wheel. It's just dirty at that point.
So
I think I'd rather spend $10 again to get it outright. Give me, and maybe you still have some things here and there. Give me 85% of the game for a price. And then maybe give me the opportunity to buy a little more, I'd be happier.
Sure, but you know who wasn't happy with
Nintendo.
that? Nintendo, because it didn't work for him. I give them credit for trying, but it didn't work. And despite the fact that, like, I have these concerns, you have them. A lot of people online who have played it, I think the best thing most people have said is, hey, the gameplay is okay, but this shit is garbage. All the, you know, surrounding shit.
It's just too much. It's not just 1 or 2 things. It's like 5 things.
Right.
I'm looking at.
It had it's either on its way to, or it already did break all records for like a game launch on iOS
for people that downloaded it.
So sure. Yeah, so it's gonna make Nintendo some money.
Absolutely,
it's gonna make them money. But at this point, I've really kind of lost interest. I'm almost sad that I did end up opening it and trying it, because it's kind of a bummer that I think there's kind of there's a cute, fun, simple racer at the core of this, but it's just so loaded with cynical money grubbing bullshit that I probably will not go back to it.
Yeah, it's a shame, but I mean, it's funny that in the course of like 4 years, it went from we'll never have mobile games to now this is the ultimate mobile type of game, but with Nintendo's polish and cute characters. But now we're going to try to get as much money out as you. And we're going to turn you upside down and shake the coins out of your pocket like in a cartoon.
And we were both guilty of saying that they wouldn't go this route, but they did. And I mean, here we are. Even Nintendo has to succumb to the mobile market.
But even the Dr. Mario game just came out like what, 2 months ago?
Yeah,
it didn't have a third of the amount of stuff that this has.
Apparently it does. We just
we didn't get to that.
We just didn't play far. And I played a lot, but I guess after like the generous, what it seemed like fairly generous grace period, I've had a lot of people tell me it's real bad in that one too.
Oh really? If you lose, you have to pay to get back in more quickly.
Well, and I think they do a lot of I think they probably added more doctor characters, so there's more gotcha stuff. Like
I was having fun with Dr. Mario. I mean, I was having fun with it. Like I said, I think there's a flat fee. I'd pay for some of this stuff.
If people are into this, like
can I do multiplayer against you? Is that something we can do right now or no?
No,
that's not in there yet.
No, as far as I can, that should be there at some point. But I think multiplayer right now is just comparing leaderboards for the ranked.
And there's on top of all this other stuff, I got to track now position points on top of like rubies, coins, and all this other stuff. It's just a lot to look at.
Here's a reasonably fun game. How can we make it not fun as quickly as possible? And they figured out how to do it.
I think with the multiplayer, I'll come back and probably try out the multiplayer once they put it. It says inbound. It's not in here yet.
Yeah.
Multiplayer.
Okay. Yeah. The only multiplayer there is right now is you can add friends and then compare your rankings.
So right now there's 20 different racers. They'll obviously add more, and then every day you can buy enough to get one every day with your coins. You know what's so weird about this? This is how I know something's wrong. I can't easily find the word to race. I'm on like the shop screen, and then I hit X. Oh, now I come back. Like you get stuck on the shop screen easily.
Yes,
it's like being in a casino. You can just look at this, and then now I get back. So I completed the Mario Cup Tour, and then also the Donkey Kong Cup. I completed.
It's a masterclass in design.
The game is fine. It's not perfect. I don't think it's perfect the racing, just because I still would love the ability to both steer and drift. It gets tough to drift to turn. You can do it though. It's just a lot more sliding and but you can do it. So okay. Well, I guess I'll still play it here and there. Ian's done though. He doesn't like the.
No, like, I mean, I'll probably play it, here and there, but I can't see myself putting any amount of time into it. Yeah.
Okay. We'll see if the next, maybe the Zelda game will have like, you have to buy the rubies when you kill the Octoroks. You have to purchase them, or you got to upgrade. You got to earn to throw your sword. You got to earn an upgrade. I don't know.
The one thing that I always used to say I always said we wouldn't see like a touch screen, Zelda game. I think back then we were kind of naive too in thinking that when people were talking about Nintendo putting games on the iPhone, we were still kind of in that era 5 years ago where Capcom was throwing Mega Man 2 on the phone for no reason with a shitty D-pad and buttons, and I was like, there's no way Nintendo's going to do that with Mario and Zelda, and sure enough they haven't. They've just taken it in a way that I didn't account for, and is honestly fairly, it's just as gross.
But it makes money. If it didn't make money, they wouldn't have all these elements in there.
Hey, that's capitalism.